Hello, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary, and welcome to From the Heart.
Orlando is widely known for its tourist spots and attractions, but many people don't know about its thriving arts community.
It's an honor to introduce to you passionate artists and influential leaders whose talents shape our arts community. How do they create and lead, and why? How will Orlando benefit from a growing arts presence?
On each episode, we'll meet guests who are influential leaders and artists who are truly making a difference.
From the Heart.
Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we're speaking with the Honorable John Hugh Dyer of Orlando, otherwise known as Mayor Buddy Dyer. He's here to tell us what's new and good within the arts of Orlando. Welcome, Mayor Dyer.
Thank you, Mary. I bet you half of your audience didn't know my name is really John. So
I didn't know that till
I
just
didn't
now
either.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Well, I was hoping it was
That's the
true.
name my mother gave me, so it's
You know what,
okay.
That's my
found that?
dad's name, so that's a great
On
name.
Wikipedia. That's what it was.
Well, you know, the funny thing is my dad was John Hugh Dyer, then I was John Hugh Dyer Jr., and my son is John Hugh Dyer III. But my dad was Butch, I'm Buddy, and my son is Trey. So none of us have ever used
Butch,
John.
Buddy, and Trey. I love that.
I was going to ask you how the name Buddy came. Was it a nickname or?
My mom didn't want me being called Little Butch, so Buddy kind of evolved from there.
Or Butch the Second, that might not be.
But you know, it sort of fits your personality because you always seem like the accessible mayor. Like you can go up and say, "Hi, Buddy." And
I get so many people on the street that just say, "Hi, buddy," you know, and I think of you guys probably remember Mayor Langford. So he used to have a joke: "You can call me by my first name, Mayor." But I think people do find me approachable and either call me Mayor Buddy or Buddy. Either one.
Absolutely. Very
Nice.
cool. Well, we're so excited you're on the show today. So we're here to talk about the arts, and you have been so influential in bringing this community to a whole nother level when it comes to arts awareness and performance opportunities and all of those things. But can you tell our audience today really what has been the key to that? How has that happened?
Well, I think arts are really important to the fabric of a community, and you know that I believe that we are a world-class city or a world city, and you can't be that if you aren't a leader in the arts or you don't have arts for everyone, as the Performing Arts Center is leading the way in that regard. But it's so important that, think of one of the driving forces for me. I look at how are we going to be a successful city? How are we going to attract the young people that are going to be the entrepreneurs and make us able to compete with not just Atlanta, not just LA, but Singapore and Hong Kong and all around the world? And quality of life is an important aspect to these kids that could live in Austin or Silicon Valley or pretty much anywhere. So I feel like it's just as much an economic driver as it is a quality of life driver.
Can you explain that? What do you mean an economic driver? How does that impact our community?
Well, just that. Well, there's a couple levels to that as well. Of course, there's lots of jobs in the arts world. There's lots of tourism in the arts world, so that's a direct impact. But the other is the indirect impact that I'm talking about when you're trying to attract a major corporation to Central Florida, or even a small company, or even an individual, and they look and say, you know, I'm used to having great Broadway shows, I'm used to having a Philharmonic, I'm used to having ballet, used to having a great arts music scene, whatever it may be. We've got all that. We just aren't quite as advertised right now, and some of it's new. I mean, Performing Arts Center just opened this year within the last 6 months, but I would say we're comparable with about anybody of our size. You know, how many cities have Sea Art Orlando, the 8 pieces of sculpted art that we've put in around Lake Eola and the downtown area?
It's amazing. So what do you think are some of the factors that got us to that place? I mean, of course, the new Art Center is one of those, but it's been intentional for you over the time that you've been leading us. What do you think are some of those other factors?
There's so many people that are committed to the arts in our community, beginning with United Arts, the Downtown Arts District. a bunch of people started that, Jennifer Quigley and Terry Olson and Donna Dallas, and that has really helped establish so many galleries. I forget how many galleries we
Favo has
have
opened.
now downtown, and there's just a thriving scene that's being driven by so many different people. It's not just one individual.
And we've just been voted in Orlando one of the top creative cities in our country. I think number 2 after Portland.
Which isn't too bad, right? We always want to be number 1 in anything we do.
We
Give
will
us a
be.
year. Give us a year.
But we enjoy, top 10 status in so many different categories. Whether we were number 1 in job creation last year, we were number 2 in growth. We're always on the top of the list for best place to start a business, business climate, and to be up there at the top in terms of creativity, or a city that is looked at as being creative is extremely important, because that's who we are. We're all about innovation, whether it is our modeling, simulation, and training industry, our theme park industry, which is
Look
the
at what
greatest in
Walt's
the world.
vision was, him as an artist,
That's exactly right.
Nice. When you go out to experience a night of art, would you prefer a museum, a concert, a theater event, dance? What do you like?
I like different things, and I like to experience different things. I love Broadway shows, so that would probably be up there, but I like static art too. I probably will go see a ballet here and again. And understand that there are some things that
We'll tell Robert Hill later that you
You're
said
going
you'll
to
be
pass
at a
him on the
ballet.
way out, so we're glad you said that.
Yeah, but there are things that would not be my first choice to go do, but I understand the significance and the importance to our community to have. We have a world-class ballet and a world-class ballet school here, so that is important. Do I dance ballet? Do I enjoy ballet? Well, a little bit.
Is it the tights? Is that,
Now, the whole show, that's going to get right back to him that I said that right.
What's your
right?
favorite Broadway show?
Oh gosh, that I've seen recently, certainly Book of Mormon. I
very
enjoyed
cool.
that. Spam-A-Lot is
Yeah.
one that I like a lot. I like musicals, and I like
Yes.
things that are funny, I suppose.
And I'm curious
I
to
go
ask-
back to Oklahoma, though, and
Sure,
Best Little
classic.
Whorehouse in Texas, and I wasn't so much on Pippin. I just saw that up on Broadway recently. I'm trying to think what else I have seen that I really like.
Did you see
what?
Newsies when it came to?
I saw Newsies. That was great. You
Nice
probably
job.
really liked Newsies because
Very much.
the cast was 22 really good-looking young men and one woman, right? I
Right.
think that's what it
Actually,
was.
I love the
little
history.
imbalance there.
Yeah,
And
okay,
being a member
right.
of Actors Equity, I was
Yeah.
like, thank you.
It was about the history, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was. Oh, well,
And
believe
the
it or
dancing
not.
and the singing.
And it was from up north, so I'm from Jersey originally. Was there ever a piece of art or a song or a moment you can think of in a theater where you were very moved and taken to another place because of what you experienced?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I think a couple of my favorite moments in terms of performance art was probably seeing Beauty and the Beast, and I'm remembering one of the other Disney shows. Did I say Lion King or Beauty and the Beast?
Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the
Okay,
Beast.
and Lion King was the other, with my kids on Broadway and seeing them experience it. And I knew that Lion King was good when Drew didn't fall asleep before the second act. He was small back then. But, I view art not as a singular experience, but it's enjoying it with somebody else or
Yes.
other people, a
Yes,
shared
that's how you
experience.
connect.
Cool, yeah.
Speaking of connecting, we have more connecting with you coming up. Unfortunately, it's the end of this segment, but you're staying around for 2 more, and we're so glad you are.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Mayor Buddy Dyer. We're going to find out a little bit about what it was like growing up as Buddy Dyer before he became our mayor. Stay with us when we join you again from the Heart.